Battle Through the Heavens, Chapter 101. Hidden talents emerge during the Jianan Academy registration. A dull thrum from the strike still burns in Xiaoyan's wrist, a lingering heat amidst the silence of the crowd. As the air begins to thin, a honey-thick voice ripples through the dust, pulling his focus toward the shade of a tent. A figure in green emerges, her smile weaving a heavy weight that forces the pulse to falter.
A woman's voice cut through the air. It was soft, honey-thick, and carried a weight that made the head swim. Even Xiaoyan, usually a man of iron focus, felt his mind drift for a heartbeat before he turned his eyes toward the tent. A woman in green stood at the entrance. She wore a smile that could stop a man's pulse. Her eyes moved like slow water, gentle and inviting, pulling every gaze toward her. She looked only a few years older than Xiao Yu, but her body held a ripened curves that the younger girls couldn't match. She moved with a mature grace that made Xiao Yu's youthful beauty seem thin and unformed. Xiaoyan let his gaze sweep over her. She might not have been as striking as Shuner or Xiao Yu, but she possessed an effortless, soothing aura that made his chest tighten. She was the literal definition of a woman made of water. Inside the tent, the male students were staring. Their eyes burned with a heat that spoke of long-standing crushes. Xiaoyan shook his head. He understood it well enough. There was a certain draw to a woman who had fully come into her own, a mature woman who knew her own power.
Instructor Ruo Len.
Xiao Yu cried out. Her voice was a mix of shock and pure joy. She sprinted toward the woman and threw her arms around her waist. Ruo Lin laughed, the sound low and warm. She held the girl close.
Well, Xiao Yu, was the break long enough for you?
It was all right.
Xiao Yu said. She leaned in, nipping playfully at the instructor's ear.
You're getting too soft, instructor. If you keep this up, any man you set your sights on is going to be swallowed whole by that sweetness.
Ruo Lin's face flushed a soft pink. She shook her head and patted Xiao Yu's hair. Then, her eyes drifted to the crowd and settled on Xiaoyan.
Is this the one you brought? He looks like a handful.
Of course he is.
Xiao Yu said, puffing out her chest. She shot a sharp glare at Lo Bu.
Some people here are getting a bit too arrogant for their own good.
Ruo Lin sighed.
And whose fault is that? You keep provoking him. You know how he feels, yet you flaunt other men in front of him. It's no wonder he makes trouble.
That only makes me hate him more.
Xiao Yu muttered, pouting. Ruo Lin let her go and stepped forward. Her voice reached out to the dozens of new recruits.
Everyone, come inside.
The students, who had been baking in the sun, surged forward. They scrambled and shoved, eager to escape the heat. Once inside the tent, the previous arrogance had bled out of them. They huddled in the corners, eyes darting around the space. Ruo Lin's eyes sparkled with amusement. She looked at the crowd, her gaze lingering on Xiaoyan.
Lu Bu isn't a bad person,
she said softly.
He was just angry. He acted without thinking. I hope you won't hold it against him.
Xiaoyan put on a shy, awkward face and rubbed the back of his neck.
Instructor, you're joking. I'm a peaceful person. How could I possibly blame Senior Luo Yu?
A ripple of scoffing laughter went through the tent. The students looked at the boy who had just knocked a senior unconscious without a hint of mercy. Peaceful was the last word they would use to describe him. Ruo Lin blinked her long lashes, watching him closely. She had been an instructor for many years. and she had a feeling she had just run into a particularly stubborn brat. She waved 2 male students over to carry the unconscious Gaelon inside. When she saw his injuries, her brows knit together. She shot a disapproving look at Xiaoyan's innocent face. Xiaoyan felt a jolt of energy from her gaze and looked away, whistling. Ruo Lin reached out and took Gaelon's hand. The male students nearby bristled with jealousy. A pale blue light began to pulse from her palm, flowing into the injured man's body. She was smoothing out his chaotic dou qi and repairing the damage Xiaoyan had dealt to his meridians. Water attribute dou qi was the gentlest of all. In the absence of medicinal pills, it was the best tool for healing. Most mercenary groups considered water or wood attribute users essential. Gaelon groaned and opened his eyes. When he saw Ruo Lin smiling at him, his face went red with adoration and shame. He stood up quickly, cast a fearful glance at Xiaoyan, and retreated.
"Are you all right?"
Ruo Lin asked, letting go of his hand.
"Thank you, instructor."
Jilon stammered. Ruo Lin sat in a chair at the front of the tent. With a flick of her wrist, a green parchment scroll and a brush appeared in her hand. Her eyes swept over the new recruits.
Congratulations on making it this far. You've officially entered Jianan Academy. However, the Academy needs to categorize your potential. I need to know your exact strength. 8-stage dou qi is grade F. That is the Academy's baseline. 9-stage dou qi is grade E. 1-star dou ze is grade D. 2-star is grade C. It scales up from there. To reach grade S, you must be a 5-star dou ze and you must be under 20 years old.
She laughed softly, covering her mouth.
Grade S is rare. In the last 10 years, only one little demoness has reached that level. She's quite a force at the Academy. I don't expect a monster like her today. I'll be satisfied with a grade B or C.
She looked toward Xiaoyan and Shuner. They were the only 2 in the room she couldn't see through. She was certain they were at least grade C.
Step up and give me your name, age, and level.
Xiao Yu's friends huddled together, whispering.
"What do you think Xiaoyan's grade is?"
Xiao Yu hesitated. She hadn't seen his latest test.
I think he might hit grade C, maybe grade B.
The girls gasped.
That would make him a top talent. Most of us were only grade D.
The line moved.
Hey, Yun. 9-stage dou qi. 20 years old.
Ruo Lin nodded.
Grade E.
Lin Dun, 8-stage dou qi, 19 years old.
Grade F. Kali, 9-stage dou qi, 17 years old.
Grade E.
The line ground on. Most were below doja level. Eventually, a 17-year-old stepped up who had reached 1-star doja. Ruo Lin beamed at him.
Grade D was a solid result.
Then it was Xiaoyan's turn. He looked half asleep.
Xiaoyan,
Sonar whispered, nudging him.
it's your turn.
Xiaoyan blinked and rubbed his face. He looked up at Ruo Lin, who was watching him with a playful smile. He cracked his knuckles and bared his teeth in a grin.
I'm probably not that little demoness you mentioned. I've thought about it. I think I'm just a grade A.
The tent went dead silent. In the corner, Lu Bu's face froze. This kid was only 16 or 17, yet he was already at his level. Jaylon's face went pale. He realized he had been a sheep trying to fight a wolf.
Grade A?
Xiao Yu's friends whispered.
Only 100 students a year reach grade A.
Xiao Yu sighed, her shoulders slumping.
I should have known he would be an outlier.
Grade A.
Ruo Lin repeated. She laughed, her eyes bright with excitement.
I knew I found a treasure today.
Xiaoyan rubbed his nose. Zuner leaned in.
You're making a scene again.
I know you're stronger than me.
Xiaoyan muttered.
Grade S is probably yours.
Should I lie?
Zuner asked, tugging at his sleeve.
Tell the truth.
Xiaoyan said with a shrug.
I won't be jealous. The Academy needs to know your value, so they can give you the right resources.
Zuner smiled and stepped forward. Her voice was quiet but clear.
Xiao Shuner, 6-star Doge, 16 years old.
The brush in Ruo Lin's hand stopped moving. Her gentle face went completely still with shock.